The Atlanta Hawks are making some noise here last minute as we get closer and closer to the NBA Draft 2021 edition. You make sure you tune into this platform for full on-board coverage of the draft. I am going to be tired, but it's going to be worth it. So the Atlanta Hawks are shopping their 20th pick in tonight's draft, and also the services of Cam Reddish, attaching that to it to try to move up in that lottery tonight. I'm assuming the Atlanta Hawks, they found a guy that they really like, and they're trying to test out the value of Cam in that 20th pick and see if they can move up in tonight's draft. Now, I'm going to be real with y'all. I don't necessarily get this one. And I'll be quick here. You know, Cam Reddish he's not my favorite talent today. I actually do believe the kid's going to have a pretty darn good career. Today, not as much. He's got to stay healthy. But if you watch that Bucks and that Hawks series, I mean, there was a game, was it 5 or 6, where Cam Reddish was clear as day the spark for Atlanta. And if you're telling me you don't see the potential in his shot-making ability and his aggressive play and how he can be a dog for your team, if I'm Atlanta, you cannot be serious here, right? Like, the Hawks have a lot going on. John Collins is a free agent, restricted. You want to keep him, obviously, the chemistry him and Trae Young were able to redevelop this season is one of a kind. You know, Trae Young, you know what you got to do. You got to pay these guys. You got to pay some of these guys. You know, when you get to the Eastern Conference Finals, oftentimes when you don't get over the hump, a lot of bad news, especially when you get as close as the Atlanta Hawks did. They exceeded all these expectations. Now the city's like, yo, we need you to pay these guys. We want to get back to the conference finals and propel ourselves to the NBA finals next time, which probably puts the owner in Atlanta like a couple years ahead of where he maybe thought his pockets would be. But to me, Cam Reddish doesn't factor in with that. Like, he's a guy that you got on a rookie deal for another year or two. Keep him. If anything, trade some of the vets you got to get their numbers off the book. Cam Reddish would be the guy that I'm wanting to keep around right now. I just don't see anything that the Hawks will be able to get their hands on late in that lottery. Like, I'm looking through the draft. Like, you're not getting picks 1 through 4 with Cam Reddish and the 20th pick. You're not getting – I don't think the Magic would move off of pick 5 or 8. I don't think the Warriors would move off pick 7 for sure. I don't know, maybe 14. But what's available at around 10 to 14 that you would think the Hawks would have to give up on Cam Reddish? And I'm just – kind of dumbfounded at that right now, but that is the report. Kevin O'Connor at The Ringer's a really darn good reporter who's reporting on it. The Hawks are trying to attach that 20th pick and Cam Reddish to get into that late lottery. We don't know exactly the play that they have in mind. I'm sure they're not trying to play their hand, but whoever it is, he's got to be a special guy to give up on Cam Reddish this soon. I mean, this dude was a top 4 pick just a couple years ago.